Please accept today's boon. Have a nice day.
Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? Or is that Inepa handing out food for the Frost Moons?
Hello there. Would you like a feast of the moon, along with some snacks of the day?
So, what's new, Inepa? It was only a few days ago when we last saw you, but you look... And I know too? What are you talking about, Paimon? We're just here to help, duh.
In the wake of the disaster, it's all hands on deck. We responded to Lama's request for support. At times like these, the smallest...
And we're using eggs and heating tubes to make that... Inepa! Did you hear that? The Traveler said I did good. The Traveler!
That's because it's true, I know. Proposal. If you can resist eating today's dessert,
No way! Well, that proposal got shot down quickly. I need something to get me through the hard times too, you know. Mom!
Yes, dear. Go right ahead.
Excuse me. Could I take a photo with the robot lady? She helped us get safely out of Notcry, and she helped us get back home too. She's the best.
Of course she is!
But you stole my snacks though.
Oops.
shall we move to the open space near the center? The view there is better.
Thank you!
Aren't you the better pick for this job, Flint?
You underestimate yourself yet again, Master Ilua.
Not at all. I rarely come by Nasha Town. I don't know any of the big shots here.
All in good time. Socializing is
But you're much further ahead on that road, aren't you?
You're not seeing the full picture. You know the truth now. There is no question about it. The Lightkeepers need a representative in...
You say it like you wouldn't make the cut.
I am most flattered that you think I would. Sigh a little less, Master Ilua. That is precisely why Starshina Nikita felt safe delegating such important work to you.
I'm sure we all also agree that we would sooner die of dehydration than manage to wrangle anything out of you in a discussion.
My apologies. I am not in the habit of bringing water with me when I go out.
Whatever. I'll take the job. By the way, who else is part of this?
Oh, it's quite the who's who of Nodcry. I'm sure you will find speaking with them...
If you say so. I've never done this work before, so I'm honestly... But I'll do it. Not only is it our duty as Lightkeepers, but because I want to...
An admirable attitude to take. We have the chance to band together.
Yeah. You're right. I'll do...
Quite a few familiar faces have arrived. Let's go, shall we?
You seem well rested.
I know no one's asked, but I'm sure you all want to know, so let me just say, we're doing great. Thanks. Well, great, but not perfect. Starting to lose my mind from boredom. Can't drink a drop of alcohol while I'm waiting for my wounds to heal.
I'm sure you had a sneaky swig or two.
Wait, how'd you find out?
I'm sure you must be missing Mondstadt after all these years away, Grandmaster.
Yeah, you could say that again. Every time I get news from Mondstadt, it makes me want to go back and see the place for myself. Honestly, once things are wrapped up here, I think it'll be time to head back home.
Hey, looks like someone's taking the stage.
Can everyone see okay? Anyone need a boost?
I'll just listen from the back.
You're taking this pretty seriously, huh, Durin?
Well, it's not every day that I get the chance to see how people speak in official settings.
Soak it up like a sponge. I'll make sure you get a chance to practice for yourself later down the line. Actually...
Mr. Varka, are you forgetting that I'm not a Knight of Favonius?
I can knight you. Any particular title you'd like?
Is he joking? I really can't tell.
You'll have to figure this one out for yourself. It'll be a good learning experience.
It is my honor to host the opening ceremony for the League, and to have this opportunity to speak to—
Could this person also have been pushed onto the big stage by the real big shots? Guess I'm not the only one then.
We come here today, having weathered the trials and hardships of yesterday, and
All right, here we go. Uh-oh, looks like Aino's off in Dreamland already. Wait, boss is looking
Come on, get this.
Nodcry is our home, the land we rely on for survival. And as we chart a course for the future, may we
Looks like we'll have more opportunity. I'm sure you'll cope, Lady Moonchanter, given how fleet of foot you. Unfortunately, I suspect I'll be too. It'll be all right. I'll just check your. You. So I thought you'd approve. Aren't you forever? That's a bold statement. Are all the frost. Columbina's return has brought joy to all who care about her. That includes both. As for the Frost Moon Scions, it is up to us to make our. I like the word try. You don't? I'm just not as optimistic. The Frost Moon Scions should count themselves lucky, but Nodcry's a big place. Well. Unless. For now, yes. What would make it worth your while? Getting out more than I put in. Then maybe it's worth a try. All right, you can stop now. Or do I have to join the Frost Moon Scions before you'll get off my back? You'd be very—
Hey, you two! Congrats on all your hard work!
Nefer was trying to dissuade me from—
Sorry, what?
Your conversations. Would you two care to join me for some tea?
Nicole? Wait, where are you?
Sadly not. I'm otherwise occupied right now. I'm sorry, Paim. If it's any consolation, let me say that perhaps you'll feel better if you focus on the fact you have a special line—
Okay.
No, or—
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Not for the time being. Just think of this as a general check-in.
You could have just said something. Still, the best friendship, it's never gonna stop being weird.
All right, fair point. I'll bear that in—
Yeah. Any update on that crisis at the world's borders?
Alice just informed me that they had their work cut out for them. And now everyone's thoroughly exhausted. But they did finally get things— The disruption caused by this disaster has made Teyvat easier to detect from the outside universe. She plans to wait for things to stabilize, then reschedule her Mondstadt vacation plans. As for me, I agree with Hat Guys. We have to remain vigilant and ensure that the embers of chaos are not rekindled. I did notice that the energy in Nodcry changed somewhat after the War of Funerary Flame, but since it was still aligned with the Light Realm, I never gave it a second thought. It looks like I'll have to examine the connections between— Just doing my duty. It's more or less second— Of course. To give you the full picture, I'd have to start with the substance from which it— Never mind. Paimon's right. Showing off my knowledge would be much more satisfying in person. By the way, you did receive the gifts from the Hexen Circle, yeah? They're quite similar to the protective—
Oh! So that's what kept our friends safe when Dottore trapped them.
Indeed. We went to great lengths to make sure they were— I'm so happy they came in handy. Anyway, I'll contact— Oh,
My angelic instincts are you should head to the docks next. Your friends are about to board their ship home.
You're here.
You're here too, Hat Guy! Are you heading back together?
No. I'm bound for Sumeru, and she for Fontaine. We just happened to cross paths at the harbor. Everything seems fine. Sandrone may have an abominable temper, but she's always been very
You always speak as if you know us inside out, Mr. Hat.
Maybe I'm just a good judge of character.
I certainly hope that's all there is. Regardless, you have been a significant help in this matter.
I didn't do anything special. Sandrone's the one who completed a seemingly impossible formula and turned the tide.
Even we were unaware that Sandrone had hidden the real formula inside Polonia's body. She managed to fool Dottore into thinking the formula was running in her system by installing an identical-looking
She probably realized that she didn't have the strength to stop Dottore.
Well, that's why I'm traveling to Fontaine. She made a request of me long ago, and the time is... She said that should she ever fail in a mission, she'd like me to deliver her core, and she also mentioned that she had made some of her personal effects, such as her... However, there is one book among them that I'd like to leave in your care. No, I was specifically warned not to tell her. This is her last wish, and I will abide by it. I can only hope so. I bade farewell to Columbina earlier today. As promised, she turned the She spent a long time with... Sandrone's passing has left a great wound in all of... But Columbina surprised me. She offered me some words of comfort before I departed. Despite being... She never used to act like this. Huh. After... Snezhnaya now realizes that the arrest warrant for Columbina was just a ploy by Dottore, who coveted her powers. I shall return to Nodcry to see her as soon as I find the time. I hope that from now on, she too... Columbina Hyposelenia's journey is only... My ship is here. Traveler, Paimon, we shall...
What are you still bumming around for? Isn't Columbina... I thought today was the day you'd agreed with her to go find out the truth about your sibling. You're afraid you... Well, this is...
Don't say that!
Fair point. But I'd say I have more experience facing up to unpleasant truths than the Traveler. They say blood's thicker than water. I know how much you need your family back. More than you need any of your friends. And I'm sure that no matter what the truth turns out to be, they will stick by you, and finding the truth is important. At least... that's the life lesson I've learned. What? Now that Dottore's dead and gone? A little, I guess. Maybe I regret not getting to end his... Either way, I'm going back to Sumeru. Lesser Lord Kusanali is gonna need help dealing with all the chaos Dottore left in his wake. Not just from this... You should continue with your journey, as you've always done. Who knows?
So, what should we do now? If you... After all... When it hasn't been all that long since we were last apart. Ain't no biggie. Paimon might be all about that food and fun. Paimon's sure you'd prefer to digest it, but no matter what you see, if you can't make sense of something, let's give it some thought together. And Glad to hear it. Feel better now? Alrighty. Next up. Columbina, we're here! Can't quite believe we're meeting out here. We've gotten used to walking over to Silver Moon Hall whenever we go see you.
Well, you're still welcome to go there whenever you want to see me. It's just, now that it's all over, I've decided to make some changes. Try and fit in with the Frost Moon Scions. The older generation are still timid around, but things are much better with the children. I see more curiosity in their eyes. Hopefully, by the time the next Moon Prayer night comes around, I can enjoy the festival with them as myself, without having to pretend that I'm only dressed up as the Moon Goddess.
You'll do fine, Columbina. I'm unsure they'll realize you're super nice.
You really think so?
We were just starting out then, come on! So Alma told you, huh?
I'm only teasing. I know that I have you to thank for pulling me back down to solid ground. It feels good to finally stand firm on the earth where I was born.
Oh, that's great!
Thank you. I'll make sure not to lose it this time. Well then, are you ready?
Lumine, what happened to our spaceship back then? Why did you leave? It's time to learn the truth at last.
Good. Then let me open the way for you.
Where does this lead?
To our shared destination.
Huh?
Do you remember me telling you about my missing prologue back when we just met? But while I was inside the Moon's Roof, the story of the time before I was born was in fact the story of... But when I obtained the trilunar... Yes, your spaceship. All this time, it has been hidden on the Frost Moon, which the great ruler of the firmament, the heavenly principles...
Wait, them? Why would they do that?
I don't know. Perhaps your ship contains something that is incompatible with Teyvat. Or something that cannot be known. Oh, did I pick a bad time to say this? Maybe I should have waited until...
that would've been kinda mean.
Take me there.
Oh?
Whatever is hiding in that ship, it belongs to me and Lumine. Those memories belong to us. No one else has the right to decide whether I should or shouldn't know about it. Not even the heavenly
Very well.
You two take...
Rest assured, Paimon. Thinking about the story that we'll find hidden...
Yes. And...
Stories like that don't...
You don't believe in happy endings?
I don't believe it.
Where am I?
This is the pathway I built between Teyvat and the Frost Moon. The moon is very far away from us, so it could be a long journey. After I obtained the Trilunar Authority, I unwittingly saw past events from many of my friends' lives. One was Lauma. She was so young when they chose her to be the Moon Chanter. From then on, the Frost Moon Scions looked to her to bring messages from their goddess. But, for better or worse, I had left Hisi Island before she was ever born. It was not until much, much later that she met me.
I think it's for the best. Because of the way things turned out, you had the opportunity to become friends.
You're right. In that sense, I think we were both very lucky. Oh, and about that mage, Nicole. I only recently learned that she has lived in Teyvat since the time of the Three Moon Sisters. The Moon Goddesses always had a good relationship with the angels. I suppose our friendship continues that tradition. And then there's Zandrone. I never knew that much about her, beyond the fact that she was created by someone called the Lord Artificer. She, too, suffered for a long time before joining the Fatui. How I wish I could talk to her again, even if only to hear her say nasty things to me. Also, I saw your siblings' story. I'm afraid I didn't see much. It seems that she rarely came to the surface, where the moonlight shines. But I did notice that back when you first set out on your journey, she would often appear nearby, gazing at you from afar with a guilty look in her eyes.
Lumine.
Let us speak no more of the past. I probably shouldn't reveal so much about my friends. It's not my place. Let the moonlight carry us forth. We are very close now. After this, I'd like to bring some kuhenki to the moon as well. If they're willing, of course.
What about your other friends? Will you bring them to visit too?
Certainly. But I'll need to tidy the place up first. This home hasn't received any guests in a long, long time. I remember writing something similar with you on Moon Prayer Night. I believe it was called...
Dodoko's Whirligig.
Yes, that was it. You asked me if I was afraid to return to the moon, and I said that I was. The idea that I had gained something precious, only to lose it so quickly. That frightened me. But I'm not afraid anymore. Besides, this time, we're traveling together. We're here. Over there.
Our spaceship.
It's huge. I suppose that the moon is the only place one could hide it. It'll be alright.
Huh?
The way you feel in this moment. I went through it too, on Moon Prayer Night. Solitude for me once meant living, but that night.
Columbina.
Go. Retrieve the part of your life that was once lost. Trust me, you will lose nothing by doing so. Look, Teyvat is right there. All of our friends are down there, waiting for us.
You're right.
Finished?
Yeah. Why did you take your eye mask off?
Well, since my return. Besides, I've always wondered how Teyvat looks from the moon.
And what do you...
It's beautiful. I could spend a whole day here. What about you? What do you think of the truth you found? I haven't looked at another person.
Keep this up, and it won't be long before you...
Oh, I don't think that...
I read the spaceship's flight logs. I always assumed that this was my first time in Teyvat. I thought that Lumine and I must have been hibernating in space for centuries on end, but the logs show that our spaceship flew over the skies of Teyvat once before. A long, long time ago.
Flew over? So you...
No, the ship barely came to a stop before flying on again. After that, it continued traveling through space for a long time. Some of the data is corrupted, but I suspect that it was only after that that the ship made a forced landing in Nodcry. When Lumine found me, she came from outside the ship. Could this mean that she left the ship long before I did? Maybe even during our first pass.
Are you alright?
Yes, I can feel that the truth is coming together. I remember Lumine telling me that when she first arrived in Conria, she could not recall the past, so this might be something that even she doesn't know.
Here, I made some space for you. Here.
Oh, wait, there's one more
What is it?
Wait here a moment. Hey, Columbina.
Is that
An old one, technically. It's been in a cabinet inside the ship this whole time. It's a matching pair with Lumine's. She always liked this set more.
Huh. I don't think there's a huge difference.
Really?
Yes. It's still the same you. You're the same person. Traveler, do you consider
Home is wherever Lumine is. But then after all the time I've spent, yes.
Would you change your answer if Teyvat changed appearance?
I don't know. But I don't think so. The truth is not...
When I was first born, I longed for a home. And when you get something before you're mature enough to understand the world, I thought that a home was a transaction, but you and your friends taught me what a true home...
That's because your friendship matters to us.
In the past, I thought that my birth had... But after journeying to the distant past where the story began, I realized now...
I'm sure your friends are just...
In fact, I intend to make the same choice today as I did back then.
What do you mean?
Well, I've given the Eternal Moon's marrow to Lauma, and the Iridescent Moon's, and now, I shall return my Kufa...
Wait, but what about...
I won't. Not this time. The Frost... I am only returning to not cry the part of me... Oh,
For me?
yes. Come close.
What was that?
I lifted some of the restrictions this world placed on you. I trust this will help in your future adventures.
My power. It feels like it's grown. I can use the elements more freely now. Thank you.
You're welcome. I see you as family, and after everything you've done for me, Here. This flower...
Isn't this a moon prayer blossom?
Yes. Don't worry. You will never I'm finally discovering the joy of giving.
Hey, better late than... What are you thinking about?
Why don't you take a guess?
I don't think I'll get it in one guess. But I'm sure it's...
That's kind of a sneaky answer. I get down into that. The moon put on the moon. The haze that once in... I don't have a lot of... Next, to start with... I want to stay here just a little long. After that, let's return home.
These clothes bring back so many memories.
The journey goes on. For you, and for me. Like I said, this is not the end. Oh, is that your next destination? In fact, I sensed the energy again. I also recommend the Korolievsky troupe in Snezhnogrod. They give performances quite regularly, and entry was free for Harbinger. Ice cold and sharp, In fact, maybe that's because the Tsaritsa herself has never acknowledged, nor accepted that power. There's Regrator, but between them, I noticed that the Rooster and Regrate, but I wasn't particularly interested, so I tended to keep my distance. Once things settle down in Notcry, I'd like to explore the world beyond Snezhnaya. You've told me so many stories about the other places you've been to. It would also help me learn more about the journey that has made you into the person you are today. Okay. As you continue on your journey, it shall cast down its...
To Jean, acting Grand Master of the Knights. This preamble. I trust that Dern has a. The good news is, we managed. As for the Fatu, we found ourselves allied. As ever, we find us in a short. Wait. How am I meant to surprise everyone if I tell them in the letter that I'm heading home? Okay, I will begin sending the expeditionary team back. I hope they won't gloss over the details of my many heroic deeds. I think of Mondstadt Day. P.S. The PPS. Whew. And with the moon shining down.